Hello everybody, this is your Live My Hands here. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be making a very simple dish that I've actually not had in quite some time. This is going to be some salmon patties. And this was kind of a staple growing up in my house. We didn't actually make them into patties, we just added some Ritz crackers to some salmon, a few other things, and we would just pan fry it into kind of like a hash almost. Really good, super simple. And we're going to actually be making them into a little bit more of a patty shape today, just to give them some structure. So I got a can, pink salmon right here, very standard. We're going to get this drained. I'm also going to include some of these smoked herring fillets. These are very, very good on their own. I am a big fan of canned fish, I suppose, but I really like these, and we're going to use these also to add a nice smoky flavor to these because they're really, really tasty, and I think that it'll complement the salmon really nicely. We're going to add in some breadcrumbs in there to give some structure, an egg to hold it together, and about half of a finely diced onion. And we're going to form them into some patties, get them fried, and then I also probably will be making this. This is going to be for work for the weekend. I'll probably be making this with some fried rice. And so let's get it started. I'm going to get everything into here, and we'll go over some seasonings, and then we'll get it all structured and ready to fry. Now, for those who aren't exactly used to eating canned salmon, I don't blame you if you don't like it or if you've never actually tried it, because God forbid you want something that looks nice, you are left with that. And it looks pretty awful, but it tastes fine and it's very delicious. But yeah, that's how it looks. It's not very appealing. Delicious though. And here they are. Aren't they pretty? I will say some initial thoughts. That recipe I had scrolled by randomly seeing on Facebook, it said use half an onion. That was way too much onion, so I think that's actually caused more structural problems than anything. It's just there's so much onion in this. I'm a big fan of onion, so it doesn't bother me, but maybe a quarter of an onion would be perfectly fine. So I got 5 generously sized patties out of this. I used some black pepper, sea salt, garlic powder, and I actually used a little bit of this, which I'll be using in the fried rice I'll make a little later, because hey, it's fish sauce, so it's like fish squared, you got more fish per fish. Cast iron starting to heat up. When these go in, I'm gonna put them at like a real medium to low heat, and once they are in the oil, not frying, just pan searing, I'm gonna leave them alone to hopefully crisp up, to provide a little more structure for this thing, and hopefully it'll give a little time to break down some of that onion as well. Definitely don't use half an onion. I don't know like why, and that was a big onion, so that was on me for using too much of it. But yeah, quarter onion, perfect, you're good. I did have to use 2 eggs in this, if I didn't mention that, just to help provide some of the structural stuff, and about half a cup of breadcrumbs. So let's get these things fried up, and let's hope they don't fall apart on me. And here they are, all done. Word of advice, don't trust every recipe you read online. I just happened to glance over that one. Maybe just save yourself the trouble of the structural integrity of these, and don't use normal whole onion. Onion powder will do just fine, and you're not going to have to deal with the flakiness of these. I almost had the moment of, hey, I'm gonna make an omelet, to the second you try to flip it, hey, I made scrambled eggs. So let's see though. I'm going to get a bite out of one of these. I'm going to try to get a bite out of this one because it's already kind of falling apart. Once they're in the pan, definitely do not touch them, for sure. Let's see how this guy tastes. Delicious. I mean, it tastes like a salmon burger. Definitely really good addition of the smoked mackerel. I would highly suggest that. Adds a really, really nice background flavor to it. So these are really good. Definitely some of them held up a little bit better when they were cooked and they'd actually browned, they kind of firmed up, but just don't use like raw onion. Delicious though, absolutely tasty. These are gonna make a great lunch for the rest of the weekend when I have to work. I'm gonna go make up some basic fried rice right now, but salmon patties, can't go wrong with them. Been doing it for a long time, and these are awesome. And if this was turned into like just a hash almost, where you just kind of spread everything out and then cook it, that would be just as great. These are a little bit more convenient to work with, and I will probably Be making a small container of this. Malt vinegar goes delicious with these because malt vinegar and fish are just awesome together. And that's gonna be my lunch for a while. So hope you guys enjoyed. Really good fish cakes here, basically, fish patties. And they're pretty good for you too. Everyone, have a great weekend. I'll talk to you next time. Actually, I was so pleased with my fried rice, I decided I would show it off. Really simple. I mean, now I know it's not traditional. I use bins, like the packaged rice. That's already cooked that you're supposed to microwave for 90 seconds. Because traditional stir-fried rice is like day-old rice. It's been put in a refrigerator, draws off some of the moisture so it doesn't stick together. I found that bins can do the same thing, a lot less work. And you really get to choose how much rice you want. So this was 2 packages of that. And I used a combination of some fish sauce, maybe a tablespoon of that. It's a good bit of rice down there. A little bit of oyster flavored sauce. I'd rather prefer their good stuff, but Walmart did not have it. I know fried rice enthusiasts say sometimes you're not supposed to use soy sauce. I use it anyways because they are wrong and it's delicious. Also coated them pretty good with some sesame seed oil. Adds a great flavor, and it prevents the rice from all sticking together. And then to add a little bit of sweetness, some hoisin sauce, and a couple eggs, which I fried earlier because dropping eggs into a cast iron pan is always a great way to make your cast iron stick. And then, of course, for the peas and carrots was just like 3/4 of a bag of frozen peas and carrots. And it came out fantastic. This stuff is sweet, it is salty, it's tangy, it's just delicious. So along with those fish cakes, this will also be going with my lunch. Delicious, simple. It's not true fried rice, obviously. I cooked it in a cast iron pan. But I did, like, at one point, just not touch it for a while, and the bottom level got a little crispy, which was kind of what I was going for, but it's not like the entire thing is crispy and all that. Absolutely delicious. Great side piece, those salmon cakes. And just experiment, find out what flavors you like. I used more oyster and fish sauce than I probably should have, but it's given it a very, very delicious and salty, kind of meaty flavor. The vegetables are awesome. I personally like a lot of egg in mine, so I could have had like another scrambled egg, but overall, wonderful. So that's going to be my lunches for a while. That's this meal. Turned out great. I hope y'all enjoy and have a great weekend.